Ewan McGregor was married to Eve Mavrakis for 22 years. So, when McGregor was spotted on what looked like a date with his Fargo co-star, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, in 2017, it's fair to say that people were pretty confused. As it turned out, Ewan's not-so-secret affair caused his marriage to crumble, leaving his 4 daughters and wife feeling betrayed. We're going to tell you everything we know about Ewan's divorce from his wife and how he moved on with Mary despite the scandal that followed after their affair. Ewan McGregor met Mary Elizabeth Winstead back in 2017 on the set of the television show Fargo. In an interview, Winstead gushed about her co-star. "Ewan is incredible," she shared, while McGregor admitted, "I love working with Mary," adding that he knew that they were going to get along really well.
And Mary Elizabeth Winstead is very attractive.
Right.
In fact, the pair started bonding with one another before filming for the show had actually started. After getting cast in Fargo, Ewan and Mary decided to get to know each other a little more before they started working together. So, Ewan invited the actress over to his home for dinner with his wife and their 4 children. According to an insider, Mary even confessed during their dinner that she had a crush on Ewan when she was still a teenager. It might have been an innocent confession at the time, but as it turns out, she didn't grow out of that crush. When she and McGregor started spending more time working together, they soon started developing feelings for one another.
You know, people, like, falling in love with somebody is probably one of our strongest emotional things that we go through, and it feels so good to fall in love with somebody. We love it.
By October of 2017, photographs of Ewan and Mary were published all over the tabloids. It appeared that the co-stars had gone on what looked like a date at the Good Life Eatery, a North London cafe. According to witnesses at the cafe, they were deep in conversation and were there together for more than an hour. As they left, she got onto the back of Ewan's motorbike and they sped off together. At one point during the evening, the couple even shared an intimate kiss. The photographs of the date spread like wildfire. Ewan was a married man with 4 children, so spending an intimate night out with another woman was a complete scandal. What's more is that around the same time, McGregor and his wife, Eve Mavrakis, were both spotted out and about without their wedding rings. So this left everyone wondering, did the actor's marriage of over 2 decades come to an end because of his relationship with Mary? Or did he and Eve end their marriage before the affair? Not long after the photographs of Ewan and Mary were published, the actor and his wife announced that they were separating. A close friend of the couple shared that they'd actually decided to split earlier that year, but were choosing to share the news with the public because of the scandal surrounding the pictures. Around the time of their separation, McGregor confessed his feelings for Mary to his wife, but explained that he had never acted on them. However, Eve struggled to believe that her husband hadn't done anything about his feelings for his co-star. A close friend of the couple shared, "Eve is sure Ewan and Mary were together before he confessed his feelings for her. It is hard for her to believe him." So, at the beginning of 2018, McGregor officially filed for divorce from Eve, citing the usual irreconcilable differences. It was also reported that his now ex-wife was seeking sole custody of their children and only allowing him visitation rights. When asked about their split, Eve shared, "It's disappointing and upsetting, but my main concern is our 4 children are okay." But Ewan and Mary didn't wait for the divorce announcement before they were spotted out together. It was only a month after he and Eve had shared that they were separating that McGregor and Winstead were seen holding hands walking through Los Angeles. So, not only were they traveling across the globe together, but they were also not at all fazed by the drama surrounding their apparent affair. However, just a few months after his divorce was finalized, there were whispers that Ewan and Mary had decided to part ways. At the time, Mary was being labeled as a homewrecker for being the reason that Ewan had ended his marriage. It was reported that the actress was struggling with all the bad press she was getting for her relationship with McGregor.
You know, that just wasn't friendly and it wasn't encouraging or warm.
Eve was asked about her feelings toward her ex-husband's split from his new girlfriend, and she made it perfectly clear that their relationship was none of her concern. She said, "I haven't spoken to Ewan at all, so I don't actually know whether they are together or not. I don't care what he is doing. I don't know anything about it." Despite the rumors of a split, McGregor and Winstead were still very much together. They may have faced a few bumps in the road at the beginning of their relationship because of all the media attention, but they weren't going to let the press get in between the love they had for each other. While working on the film Gemini Man together, the new couple were practically inseparable during filming. According to a reporter, the couple looked super cozy with one another. The way that she had her arm wrapped around him as they walked out of the trailer and chatted with some of the crew was sweet, Then they began holding hands and did not let go for the 15 minutes they were outside before getting into a car to leave.
I don't know, I'm very satisfied. I like it.
It was also reported that Ewan and Mary were thinking about getting married, but wanted to wait for the right time because his divorce was still so fresh. While McGregor has never openly spoken about his divorce or his relationship with Mary, during a 2019 interview, he hinted that he was in a much better place than he was just a few years ago. The actor shared, "I'm better, I'm happier. I think that's true." While that's all McGregor would say about his change, it's pretty clear that his relationship with Winstead has helped him to feel a little more comfortable in his own skin.
Lift us up where we belong. All you need is love.
On the other hand, while the media had been so focused on his divorce from Eve, people seem to have ignored the fact that Mary also went through a divorce of her own at the very same time. The actress split from her husband of 7 years, Riley Stearns, in 2017, around the same time that she had met McGregor. So is that just a coincidence? We'll leave that for you to decide. In a 2020 interview, Winstead opened up about her divorce. As she explained, "The split was a scary, crazy thing for me because I had been with the same person since I was 18 years old, and that was what I knew." She went on to say that she'd been holding herself back from growing as a person. Apparently, the divorce was a big turning point, and she became open to change as a person. Ewan McGregor's ex-wife wasn't the only person impacted by his relationship with Mary. In fact, it seems that his 4 daughters also took the divorce pretty hard. In 2018, Ewan's eldest daughter, Clara McGregor, turned to Instagram to complain about her father's new girlfriend. She replied to an Instagram post on a Winstead fan account that called the actress the most beautiful and talented woman on earth. Clara retorted, "Oh man, y'all are delusional. The girl is a piece of trash." If Clara's comment wasn't enough, another of Ewan's daughters also took to the internet to voice her distaste for her father's actions. Esther McGregor wrote a song called "Made You a Man," which she sang on Instagram in 2018. The song featured lyrics like, "I don't know how to forgive you, I don't know if I can." She also mentioned how photos of her father with Winstead had been published on her 15th birthday.
Seeing those pictures, they're making me cry. Happy birthday to me, am I right?
To make things a little more uncomfortable, when Ewan won a Golden Globe for his role in Fargo, the TV show where he had met and fell in love with Mary, he thanked both his ex-wife and his new girlfriend for all the support they had given him.
I want to take a moment to just say thank you to Eve, who always stood by me for 22 years, and my 4 children,
he said in his speech. He then mentioned his girlfriend and character's love interest.
And there would have been no Ray without Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
While it's clear that the speech was intended as an olive branch to his estranged family, by the sound of things, it didn't have the desired effect. Eve spoke to the Daily Mail and said bluntly, "No, I did not like his speech." When asked why, she explained, "For the same reasons you're here asking me about it." Ewan and Mary got a chance to work together again in the 2020 film Birds of Prey. Winstead gushed about her boyfriend in an interview for the film, saying, "He's just such a great actor, and I think he's one of the most versatile actors out there. So he's perfect for this because it's sort of shocking in a way to see him be nasty and vile." By 2019, the couple took the next step in their relationship when they bought a house together in Topanga Canyon, a popular Hollywood area for celebrities who enjoy a low-key lifestyle. In 2021, Ewan and Mary had their first child together, a bouncing baby girl they named Laurie McGregor. The couple was thrilled with the new addition to their family, and they were also making an effort to mend their relationship with Ewan's other 4 daughters. Finally, wedding bells rang for the couple in 2022. McGregor and Winstead had a small ceremony surrounded by close friends and family to celebrate their love with them. An insider revealed they had an outdoor ceremony. It was lovely and joyful. The menu was farm to table. They're an adorable couple. They are pretty low-key and like their canyon life. They often hike and go to the beach. So while there is no doubt that Mary and Ewan definitely had a rough start to their relationship, for them, it wasn't just an affair. They truly love each other, and sometimes people are willing to sacrifice everything for love, no matter what people may think or what the consequences may be.
I love you, baby. You have no idea.
We just hope that Eve is able to heal her heart and that McGregor is able to mend his relationship with his daughters. All we want is for everyone to be happy.